Some jobs are just too hot to handle. Luckily, there's a crack team happy to take on the toughest tasks.
The only thing is the waders are 3 feet long and the canal's 10 foot deep. Work that one out.
They love to get their hands in at the deep end.
Get me out, here's a rat.
If you're a filthy fly tipper, they won't stop until they hunt you down.
It makes me feel angry, really angry, because there's no need for it.
It's a tough job, but someone's got to do it. These are the Dirtbusters. All over the country, there are jobs that only the dedicated few are willing to tackle. Phil Chadwick and his street scene team laugh in the face of litter.
Darren, I love you, you know that, don't you? What a man. Love him.
You know what I mean?
There's eagle-eyed John White, who sets his sights on nailing dirty dumpers.
This person wants catching, and I'm hoping to do that tonight if I can.
And the drainage lads, Billy and Carl, plumb new depths.
It's like sex, you know what I mean? Siggy after it.
3 tough jobs, one purpose: to clean up after us. There's never a dull moment when the Dirtbusters go to work.
Photos, Captain.
Liverpool-based Billy Rood and his mate Carl Miller are drainage men.
That's the smell of money.
Today, they've been called to a pungent problem at the local Catholic club.
Oh, you can smell that, can't you?
It's pensioners bingo in half an hour, and there's a nasty niff from the cellar.
The water's deep one. I can actually see sewage or something at the bottom of it.
There's a cellar full of foul water, and it looks like Billy's drawn the short straw.
Do the decent thing and shall I go in? Yeah. As long as you're there for me, I'll get your hands.
Don't worry, I'll get out.
Hang on, what's that?
Get me out, here's a rat. Get us out. Where's the rat? Over here. I'm out of here.
It's a race. It's Billy versus the rat.
I've just seen a big rat down there.
Oh,
right.
you shouldn't have told me that.
Right. And it looked like a rabbit. That's how big it was swimming.
You don't know that?
No. It's got teeth like that.
You put the lid back on?
The lid's on, yeah.
Rat or no rat, to find a problem, Billy and Carl have to suck out the cellar.
So we're going to have to go off and get a pump it all out, and then have a look to see where, you know, the drain is. All right then, so we'll be back within the hour.
Yeah. There's a rat in the kitchen.
Get that sorted.
There's a rat in my kitchen.
It's not just our towns that need a good clean-up. The countryside around Warrington is one of the worst areas in Europe for fly tipping. It's a massive problem, hard to control, but there's one man determined to stamp it out. Warrington's dirt-busting, fly-tipping enforcement officer, John White.
And in 14 years, there's not a day goes by that I don't find something that's been tipped, from garden refuse to household refuse.
This wily grey fox hunts fly tippers morning, noon and night. His evidence can cost the guilty dumpers up to 20 grand and 6 months behind bars. To John, it's a calling, and any scrap of evidence is like gold dust.
There's a rubber address on it. The postmark says 1978.
This clue's well past its sell-by date. Sometimes John just can't help but despair.
Oh, look at this here. Well. Is there a possibility you could get somebody out to remove some rubble that's on the highway? It's just over...
Careless fly tipping can be lethal.
It's endangering the public of a night time, especially here. There's no lighting. When you're driving down here without a care in the world and you're going to hit that with your car, it's like obviously going to kill somebody.
So this has to be shifted now.
No, there's none of this. Fill this rubbish. Yeah. I must say it's a quick response. Yeah. There's a hole for the council yet, the street thing. Yeah, but the more you shift it, the more they dump it. Yeah. You know.
It's every day down here though. Once it comes through, we get there straight away and we do it.
Yeah, you do a good job, lads. Not to worry about it.
The 2 most common causes for tipping are laziness and cost. Some builders dump to avoid paying commercial charges. But they're not the only culprits. Anyone can be a dirty dumper.
You'd be surprised the people that I've reported in the last 3 months.
It's a never-ending task. Some just can't be bothered to take their waste to the local tip.
It's all household refuse. But I mean, why people dump fridges is beyond me, because we pick them up free of charge in the council. Who pays the bill? You and I. And it's wrong.
But it's a twilight world and the dirty dumpers are devious.
And nobody likes to get caught. But I like catching them. It would make my day, but like Clint Eastwood, make my day.
Across town, it's the first job of the day for Phil Chadwick and his team of Warrington street cleaners. They've also got a problem with dump waste. This time, it's in a local canal.
The only thing is the waders are 3 feet long and the canal's 10 foot deep. So work that one out.
I'll get my armbands out.
You know what I mean? Bob come fourth in the 80-yard sack race at school, but it doesn't have any bearing on going in water. What a man. Love him. You know what I mean?
Oh, what a day.
What a job.
No, it's not full of rubbish, I don't think.
No, it's just full of water.
This is it, full of rubbish already. Strapped it down.
Strap, put it round there and see if we can pull.
Phil's team are hard on the heels of these guilty tippers.
Well, we've had reports of 2 old ladies. They're about between 85 and 90 years of age. When they're going for the pension, what they're doing, apparently, they're mugging people, taking all the money, stashing it in this, taking it home, and then dumping the evidence.
Warrington's purple rinse prowlers.
Got it. You know, these are the type of old people we're trying to stamp out in this authority. We'll take this straight to the boys from forensics, see if there's any fingerprints, and get these type of idiots off the streets.
You better report back. A mission accomplished.
Kev, that 1100 bin, we've got it, but it's on back of the wagon. We're going to bring it back to School Brow. Over.
Okay, Philip. Thank you for your help.
This bin's back in business. Waste not, want not.
Is everybody ready?
Yes.
Eyes down for your bingo.
Back in Liverpool, Billy and Carl's pumping has been making no difference to the flooded cellar. There's only one thing for it, a closer inspection. Who's drawn the short straw?
I know, let's have a toss-up in.
Hey, that double-headed coin again.
Again, yeah. No, we'll both go down.
Billy and Carl soon discover it's a bigger problem than they thought.
How deep is it there, then?
Well, I'm not going any further in. It's a metre so far.
Is it?
I think if it gets any worse, we're going to need a bigger boat.
I think we're going to need the fire brigades, aren't we?
Somebody. You're going to have to put your water wings on, Billy.
Yeah. Hey,
Don't leave me.
shine it round, see if you can see that rat.
There is no rat to be seen, but there's a cellar full of stinking water. It's got to be cleared, though, today.
Like me and you'll be dancing with the pensioners tonight.
Yeah.
Ten miles away, John White has a tip-off about a rogue builder who has just illegally dumped near Burton Wood.
Well, it makes me feel angry, really. Really angry, because there's no need for it.
He just needs some hard evidence to start chasing him.
Well, that looks promising. No, it's nothing. What's this?
But it doesn't take long to get a lead.
Lo and behold, look at what I've got here. Got a nice one here. I've got a jiffy bag with a name on it. It should lead to something. But the registration number and the address to go on, it's starting for 10.
Now, with 2 solid bits of evidence under his belt, John hits the phone.
A white van. Was it a big van or a small van? Was there anything written on it?
The information double-checked. He thinks he's got a name.
That's the result. I didn't think I'd get it that easy. But it makes your day if you get a result. That's what it's all about at the end of the day, for getting a result, because it's not often you get a result.
On the other side of town, Phil Chadwick and his street cleaners respond to the call of nature.
This is Bob here on the right. They're trying to disguise themselves at the back, and Danny here. I prefer to use a proper convenience myself. I'm not the outdoor type when it comes to exposing myself.
Phil's team go native. They've been asked to search and destroy a dangerous den.
What we want you to see, folks, for the public of Warrington, this is the reason why your council tax has been raised this year, to buy us these fine new premises. What about that, eh? I think we were a tribe in the Amazon, weren't you? The way we're working. People looking at this, it's like an adventure. It's like being back in your childhood. But sometimes people misconstrue that. They think we're having a laugh because we're not doing anything. But we are.
Honestly.
Love it. Love it all. Every bit of it.
Now for a spot of shrub shearing. There's been complaints that these bushes are litter traps.
We're going to make sure that the corner of this estate is up to standard.
But locals are concerned that these bushes are harbouring something far worse than litter.
That lady there is typical of quite a few ladies that live on these estates. They're always bothered that people are hiding inside there. If we cut it back, that's something else off their minds.
Phil's cutting down hiding places for crime.
I know that deep down you're bothered about people jumping out of here. And what we do, we make gaps. So if they can see someone's coming out to attack them, if they fancy him, well then, they jump out, well they, oh no, don't fancy, oh he's all right, yeah, that'll do me. My night in there is Thursday. Yeah, between 8 and 10.
Right.
Yeah, I'm covered in wet, I've got goggles on, and still I'm getting kissed.
Coming up, it's one in the eye for Billy and Carl.
Hey, did it get you?
On the head.
Will John catch his fly tipper red-handed?
The person wants catching, and I'm hoping to do that tonight if I can.
And Phil Chadwick gets his chips.
Someone's decided that the best way to get rid of a load of chip fat is to throw it through windows.
In Liverpool, drainage men Billy and Carl are back at the Catholic Club. This time, they mean business. They've got a bigger pump.
All the fives, 55.
Start it up.
Before you can haul a house, they've sprung a leak themselves.
All the sevens, 77.
Well, try again, eh, lad?
24, 24.
Take 5.
After an 8-hour struggle, Billy and Carl have finally emptied the cellar and cleared the air.
1 and 4, 14.
I'm sure we might get a round of applause off the pensioners when we're done. Hopefully. And maybe a free drink.
Billy and Carl can be pleased with themselves.
Like sex, you know what I mean? Ciggy after it.
That's it, when we've done something.
We sell it out, Ciggy.
Yeah.
Hold the drinks, lads. It may be empty now, but the cellar's filling up again.
Seen all the leaks here? Absolutely it from somewhere.
It looks like they'll be back sooner than they realised. Another man who never gives up is Warrington's fly-tipping dirtbuster, John White.
Oh dear me, looks like quite a bit been dumped.
He's hot on the scent of a rogue fly-tipping builder who's been dumping on wasteland at the back of a factory unit.
It's been happening for quite a while, this. But it's a disgusting sight, isn't it? We have an idea who it is, but obviously can't say at the moment. But the person wants catching, and I'm hoping to do that tonight if I can.
John's on a secret mission with Stephen Richardson from the Environmental Agency in an undercover surveillance van.
Hey John, what's happening?
He's been on the trail of this rogue builder for months. If tonight's the night, our fly tipper could face a spot of porridge and a hefty fine.
If we can get him in court, hopefully £20,000 fine with this one.
Are we going to get to 6 months in jail as well?
I doubt it. But you never know, we never. So it's a question of patience, and hopefully he's going to come along and we'll have him.
It's just a matter of time before this little house rumbled. Across town, Phil Chadwick's got more dirty business to attend to in a local housing estate.
Just going to see what needs clearing up. Sack of a blur.
But it's a bit of a tight spot for the van.
I might be able to squeeze it through that one. Yeah, have a dig.
Luckily, they've got a skilled driver.
Come on! Danny's just passed his test, and at every opportunity he gets, he tries to show us his newfound skills.
It's a very tight squeeze.
It's coming in from the other side because he realises the fencing panels are cheaper than the ones over there. So when he smashes them, it's not going to cost us much.
That's the first problem sorted.
And what he's realised now is he can't get out the doors.
Eating too many pies, you.
But the stark reality is, someone's got to clear up this mess.
There's glass all over the place. There's fly tipping, trees that's been cut and dumped on here, mattresses.
Endless job. thankless job at times, but it's got to be done.
People think nothing about throwing stuff off the top of these flats here.
And it's not just bottles and broken glass. Today for a treat, there's chips.
Someone's decided that the best way to get rid of a load of chip fat is to throw it through window, so it's down the wall, all over the window ledge of lower flat, all over their window. It's all over the floor here.
Mind your head, Phil.
Just got to be careful we don't get any thrown on us.
Phil and his team have got the fans, but not everyone's pleased to see them.
Sometimes you'd ask, you know, of anybody who might have been throwing stuff through the windows, and you just get a mouthful of abuse. You know, people would tell me to off and what are you doing, you lazy, you know, etc. But it just goes right through me. You know, I don't rise to anything. Just arrive happy, do the job, and I'll leave happy as a sandboy.
Drainage men Billy and Carl have been called to yet another smelly problem. Les Farmer's factory has an obstruction in the staff toilets.
I've only got the report this morning to say that the toilets are overflowing inside. Yeah.
It's a problem that just won't go away.
As you know, everyone just takes it for granted, don't they, that you just flush your toilet and that's the end of it.
But not when there's a blockage.
Yeah, that's well and truly backed up, isn't it?
Oh, there's 3 toilets out of commission at the minute, and over the weekend, obviously, it's going to smell dreadful.
But first, Billy's usual problem, his gloves.
We keep dropping all our left gloves, every one of them. All right.
I think Michael Jackson used to work here.
Billy lifts the lid on the nasty niff.
Been like that for some time, that, hasn't it? That's a nasty one, that, isn't it?
Yeah.
Plenty of water on that, I think.
Absolutely. I agree with you.
Yeah, this is 6 months of foul waste.
But there's nothing like a good hose down to get things moving along.
And it's been lying in the pipe like that for that long, do you mean? Just turn anyone's stomach that.
Get a whiff of that. It's early evening at the Warrington Fly Tipping Stakeout. There are hidden cameras everywhere, but there's not a sniff of the rogue builder yet. John and Steve are on tenterhooks.
Patience is a virtue.
It certainly is. I'm sat here watching little bits of paper blowing along with it.
It's like watching paint dry. I wish we'd got a little bit more excitement.
John's resolve may be cracking. Have they timed it right?
He's done it during the day. Midday, 2 o'clock, 3 o'clock, 4 o'clock. He's done it.
We think he's clever enough not to have a pattern. He will have more than this one area to look at.
He could be dumping elsewhere.
It's a lottery, isn't it?
And it looks like the rogue builder's the one who's got lucky tonight. Across town, Phil Chadwick's found another pile of rubbish for his last job of the day.
State of this here. We've got all this dog fouling and glass, and it looks like somebody's tipped a load of rubbish here by the looks of things. Knocked it all over the place.
This calls for Phil's secret weapon, the super clean street sweeper, driven by Darren.
Hello, Darren. Yeah, listen, buddy, are you doing anything now that's urgent? Any chance of nipping down with the machine? This bag's intact. Just get this one off back at wagon.
Then, as if by magic,
there he is now.
There's a special bond between Phil and Darren.
Darren, I love you. You know that, don't you? Very handsome man, as you can see, and he takes a personal pride in that. Always makes sure his hair's gelled. Waxes his legs. It's all right, Darren, don't worry about it. Uses that white tooth polish and all that, which a few years ago had only been reserved for your women, but now Darren's got onto that. And if you're going to promote the service, it's not just the vehicles, it's the people who are operating them and all. He's a smashing fella, Darren, but very vain.
Squeaky clean Darren takes just as much care of the street as he does his own appearance.
He'll do a good job, this lad.
With man and machine in perfect harmony, Darren can pick up anything. He laughs at dog dirt and broken glass and leaves the streets as clean as his finely polished fingernails.
What's that, mate? That's beautiful.
Just like you, Darren.
these residents here now, if they come out, will look at that and think, my word. So people who may feel like fly tipping or dumping refuse, I'll think twice, and there's the result.
Back in Liverpool, after some serious flushing, Billy and Carl finally hit the jackpot.
Just hit it now.
That's loosened up nicely.
Hey, did it get here?
On the head.
I think we've been here before.
A smelly one, that, innit? Tasty our lungs, though.
As you can see, it's like ready break here.
I'll skip breakfast.
Maybe we're unblocking somebody else's toilets as well.
Yeah, half of the estate.
That's done it. That's cleared now, just.
Billy and Carl are flushed with success.
Yeah, when you start seeing clear water, you know you've cracked the problem then, do you know what I mean?
That puts the lid on another smelly job.
OK, the job's a good one.
It's getting late at the secret surveillance stakeout. But John White's been working in his own time for nothing, and nothing's happened.
Stretching your legs a bit, John.
I'm just getting the old back stretched.
Yeah.
Maybe the road tipper had a tip-off.
It's very difficult. Secrecy is the utmost, isn't it?
Yeah.
But it's not all bad news.
There's two ways of looking at it. There's one good part, there's one bad part. The bad part, I suppose, is we've not actually caught anybody. The other part is he's not been tipped.
Well, that's the beauty of it.
Always look on the bright side. But Eagle-Eyed John's been beaten by the road builder who hasn't fly tipped tonight. It's been a waste of his own time. But there's always tomorrow.
It makes me feel angry, really. Really angry, because there's no need for it.
All right, lads, let's go. We've done our bit. Let's go.
Here I am today, working for the Borough Council. There's a lot of people there wishing if only. But the world's full of if onlys, isn't it? And I'm there.
It's a tough job, but someone's got to do it. These are the Dirtbusters.